Shooting USA is brought to you by Hornady Security and the new Ammo Cabinet. Keep your ammunition secure and organized and free up room in your gun safe with the Modular Ammo Cabinet by Hornady Security.
Welcome again to the Shooting USA YouTube channel. We're glad you're here. We have a new way for you to see full-length current Shooting USA episodes. We now have a Patreon. There are 2 years worth of episodes there waiting for you, in addition to the Shooting USA watch-along videos. We've done one with Nils Jonasson, and we have several scheduled as new shows are released. There's a link in this video's description. Now, here's the content. Happy? Ready?
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah.
It is once again my pleasure to welcome the first sisters of shooting, Justine and Jalise Williams, Team Colt, in the building for another year of Colt Pro Tips. Girls, you guys are now, and Mark, Team Colt is now the reigning Pro Tip champions with 6 completed tips in one day. It's an unprecedented accomplishment. Congratulations. You don't get an award, but you get the recognition. Good job.
Thank you very much. We worked so hard for this, and we knew the previous records and knew we could do it.
Yep. And you see, I knew it when you guys first started. You would be great, and sure enough, in year 2, you guys have reset the bar. It was a lot of work yesterday, was it not?
It was. I feel like we were moving pretty well without trying to rush anything.
Yeah.
It kind of just happened.
What's interesting and what I think is beneficial and what makes it work is the fact that you guys really do train that way. And that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
That training has paid off in multiple world and national championships for the both of you. We're excited for this season. And you're taking on the role here in the next week of match director. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I match directed Barry Steel Open last year, and I did the 2021 Red Rock Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I'm also doing the 2023 Barry Steel Open, so it's a match with over 500 pieces of steel, so we recommend competitors bring 800 to 1,000 rounds.
All steel match, 500 scoring targets, or more than 500 scoring targets. What's the actual number?
I believe it's like 512.
That's a lot.
It's above 500. Yeah, we strive on, we're very fortunate with our range to have that many pieces of steel. A lot of places don't have it, so we took it to our advantage, and they created this match a long time ago, and we just like keeping it going.
That's really cool. 512-ish steel targets. Is it a 2-day match?
2-day match.
Full day schedule, half day schedules? How's it work?
Full day schedule. People start at I think it's 8 in the morning, and they don't stop shooting till 3 or 4 at night. So there's a lunch break in there though. We have Chick-fil-A one day and Jersey Mike's the other day.
All of the typical divisions are recognized?
Yes. So USPSA standard divisions. We also have open revolver because we actually have a lot of people who shoot open revolver.
That's interesting. So some of the I-Corps people still hanging on with the open optically sighted revolvers, comps on the revolvers. We haven't seen much of that lately, but those guys are still out there.
It's impressive. I struggle shooting with a high cap gun, let alone a revolver with 6 or 8 rounds.
So as match director, will you get a chance to shoot your match, maybe with staff or whatever?
Yep, we get to shoot it Thursday, Friday, and then we'll staff Saturday, Sunday.
Will you shoot a regular squad, or will you shoot with sister on the staff day?
I shoot with staff day. I was voluntold. I was staffing the match.
Oh.
She
okay, so you have work to do as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So divisions that you all intend to shoot in this massive steel throwdown, what are we talking? Are you going to run your PCC there, or how are you going to do it?
I was originally going to shoot... I have not decided. Either I'm going to shoot PCC or carry optics. This match this year is one of the hardest matches that we've put on for Barry Steel Open. I mean, some of the targets are less than 4 inches. Like this, and they're set at 12 yards. So I'm like, I might want to bring my PCC out for that. So I haven't decided yet.
A table, plate of waffles here at the table, just whenever's good. What about you?
I'll shoot limited.
Yeah.
It's kind of my...
That's your jam.
It's limited and single stack's my jam.
Mm-hmm.
Iron sights are the best.
That's what's happening. Okay, excellent. When you say this is going to be the hardest match that you all have put on, small 3-inch steel targets, there's a couple of things you need to take into account, and I'm sure you have as match director. There's a lot of reset.
Yes.
Yeah, and so, what's the goal there in terms of from this competitor finishes to this competitor's in the box ready to shoot. You got to have a time kind of laid out. So talk about that. How do you have that figured at this point?
So we have the scramble stages, we have the scramble dynamic and challenge steel stages. The scramble stages have part times on them, so everyone can only shoot a certain amount of time.
Yes.
On the dynamic stages, we have a part time of 120 seconds. So if someone can't hit something or they run out of animal, it's just a stop and then we score from there.
Gotcha.
Normally we have about a 2-minute turnaround which is pretty fast since we have on some stages 40 pieces of steel.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But if the competitors help and the staff, which we believe we have good staff, keeps it up, we shouldn't have a problem keeping it up. We've never had a problem in the past. We've had some problems with squads resetting, but you just get on them and then it works.
There you
well.
go. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's part of any match is if everybody's helping to participate and reset, then it actually goes really smooth.
Exactly.
What do we expect for weather this time of year in beautiful St. George?
So we've had a lot of rain lately. We've had some challenges, but we've been dealing with them as they come. It's supposed to do a little bit of rain on Thursday or maybe Friday, but weekend match is supposed to be beautiful. So
yeah, outstanding.
Yeah.
All right, great. Next, well, actually, I digress. That's about to happen for you. What just happened for you was a trip to Egypt.
Yeah, so my mother loves ancient Egypt, and we grew up watching all the documentaries with her, and she found this trip on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, wow.
And it's a whole group from St. George that was going, and she told us that she was going to go do it, and I asked if I could go because I want to go to Egypt. Yeah, and we went. Gosh, everything has happened so fast since then.
Well, busy
a few
time.
weeks ago. Yeah, a few weeks ago, and it was incredible. I really want to go back.
Yeah, neat. When you say you went with a group that she found through Marketplace, these are I guess people y'all didn't know prior to this trip then?
No, it was a small group, and they were all from St. George.
Okay.
So
some people you did know maybe, or acquaintances or knew of, or no?
We knew of a husband and wife. Everybody else we didn't know until we showed up and met them, and it was really cool. I mean, it was a great group.
Yeah, it worked out good.
Yeah, and now we're friends with a bunch of them.
Yeah, awesome. That's a great way to make friends. A lot of travel, a lot of air travel. That's a challenging place to go. That's the other side of the world.
Yeah, it was like a 36-hour
total travel
time.
Wow.
From. Yep.
Well, I saw some of the pictures, and it looked like y'all had beautiful weather. It looked like a beautiful place to stay. And,
our guide was incredible. His name was Whale, and he was telling us that they hadn't had rain in like 9 or 10 years.
Yikes. Guy's name was Whale?
Whale.
Oh, Whale. I like it. Excellent. So looking ahead into the competition season as we're here now in March, it's just about to kick off. You've got the match director gig, but then we're looking at Steel Challenge down at CMP in Talladega, and you are going to bring your PCC there and make some waves, huh?
Yeah, let's hope so. I'm shooting Carry Optics and PCC. PCC on the Super Squad. First time I've shot on the Super Squad in Steel Challenge.
Right.
But I've Ken and Grant Kunkel, they're all super great people, so I'm excited.
No, it's a fun group for sure, but it's fast. Have you been practicing?
No.
Okay.
I'm so fast.
Well, you're fast.
I picked up my BCC a little bit. It seems doing good. I have that. For me, I really need about a day to adjust, so I have that one, just to run the stages, just to kind of. Even last year, I really didn't practice that much for it. Which is crazy. I shot, it very impressed me so much. I was telling Ken that I was I'll be happy to break 80s or something. And he's like, oh, shot, I don't know times. So I was running these times. He's like, oh my God, you're doing so good. I'm like, I don't know.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're going to shoot earlier in the week. Which division are you going to shoot?
Single stack.
Okay, yeah, brilliant.
Yep. I love single stack, and I haven't been practicing Steel Challenge that much lately. I just had a lot of going on with other shooting sports and my trip and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be working hard on that. And then I have Dragon's Cup the weekend before. So I'll go straight from Dragon's Cup to Steel Challenge in Talladega. Hopefully get some work done on the practice bay before
You shooting
the
Dragon's
match.
Cup?
No. So after After Barstow Open, I go to Yuma. It's a
right.
Yuma charity match, and then I have prom the weekend of Dragons Cup.
Yes, prom is coming up, as a matter of fact. Trip Scouting was hitting me up about a tuxedo last night, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, it is that time of year. It is that season. You being out of high school, no more encumbrances related to prom, so we can just keep on shooting. She's been out of high school for a while. Okay, note it.
I mean, she's been out of high school for a while, too.
Wait, what? So how do you end up going to a prom? Your boyfriend's still in high school.
He's a senior in high school, yeah.
Okay, well, here we are. You said you haven't been practicing and didn't practice with the PCC for Steel Challenge last year. However, last year you were second overall with the PCC at USPSA Nationals. Tell me you practiced for that at least. You didn't practice for that either, and second overall, beating names like Scott Green, Josh Freilich, second only to Max Leograndis, the only man who has ever won the USPSA Nationals with a PCC. He is the incumbent, but now the race for second place belongs to Justine Williams, and you're telling us right now you didn't practice for that.
So to be honest, I tell
honest.
a lot of people this. I was super focused on Open.
Excellent.
I decided. I was like, okay, I want to get good at Open. My PCC skills are pretty good. You know, I can pick it up, shoot a little bit. So I shot a lot of Open.
Her PCC skills are pretty good. Anyway,
I shot.
Go ahead. Continue.
I shot about right before I left for Open and PCC. I made sure my gun was sighted in.
Gosh, good.
Which I'm not saying. I purposely think. I think that was a reason why I was doing so good because I was super mentally and physically exhausted from Open Nationals that I just wanted to shoot PCC Nationals and just get it over with.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to compete with any females. I wasn't trying to beat Max. I wasn't trying to beat Scott. I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just shooting.
Right.
And I think that's where my mind worked the best.
Good for you.
So
that's what a moment of clarity. What a way to really vocalize that level of success. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't really compartmentalize it. You just have to sort of let it happen.
Yeah, that's what. So last year, 2021, I at PCC Nationals, I over practiced.
Right.
And I got to a point where I got burnt out of shooting the PCC. So when I went to Nationals, I had lost my peak back. Like my peak was in August, and I just went downhill so fast. I still won Lady, but like I took. I think 10th overall, which is still pretty good, but I knew I could do way better.
Right.
So this year I tried to balance it more, and then it got a little bit thrown off by Open Nationals, but it ended up working
awesome.
Pretty good.
You had quite a bit of success with the handguns last year.
I did. I won production nationals and limited nationals back-to-back.
I mean, fantastic.
Yeah.
With the back-to-back format, that means a lot of time was spent in Talladega, Alabama.
It was. Yeah, we spent 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was quite a lot of time.
It was a lot of time because there was the 3-day match and then 3 days
then
break
the
and then 3 days to shoot the next one. Luckily, I shot the same gun in both matches, so I didn't have to completely switch platforms, unlike somebody.
Well, regardless.
I mean, you did really good anyway, but...
What does it take to spend that much time on location and stay focused and or not necessarily stay focused, but be rested and, kind of be in a good place to compete at the elite level? What does it take?
So we go to the practice range at CMP on the days off, in between the matches, and then we would also, dry fire. And then where we like to stay in an Airbnb in Talladega, we go to a goat farm.
There's a goat farm
on the Airbnb property, and also a pond. My mom fishes on the pond, and we'll fish with my mom. I'll read a book to just get my mind off of the past match and just relax and try to keep my brain in focus for the next match.
One thing that I've figured out as we've been going to Talladega as much as we have, there are a lot of different Airbnbs to rent. You have to be careful about how much you talk about how much you like the Airbnb you're in, because next time it won't be available. Somebody will book it ahead of you, and that's happened to us a couple of times. Thankfully, I guess nobody's found the goat farm yet.
No, we try and
why don't we talk about it on this podcast then? Never mind. Ixnay on the goat farm,
there's multiple places to stay on the Airbnb.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's
So
4 Airbnbs on the property.
So there's like a house, a tiny house, and then there's a trailer. So like there's several.
Silo. Yeah. And we've stayed there like every single time we've gone to Talladega for the last since National started going to Talladega, so we're really close with the owners and everything.
Cool.
And they come out and
so
watch
you got it
us
worked
sometimes.
Out. Yeah, neat.
So.
All right. Well, hopefully nobody will look it up too carefully. You guys have been shooting a fair amount of IDPA.
Yes, I really want to get more into that. I've shot USPSA my entire career, started getting into more still challenge, and I just wanted to expand myself a little bit more, get to know the other practical shooting sports, and I'm learning IDPA more. I really like shooting my single stack gold cup in ESP.
What about you?
I've shot 2 IDPA matches total. The first one was the Rocky Mountain Regionals IDPA in Colorado.
Yep.
I won overall in that match.
Overall.
And then we went to nationals, and then I won the Lady Optics Nationals thing.
Lady Optics Nationals.
So.
IDPA, there is quite a bit of crossover. It's still, accuracy and speed for time. Do you find some of the rule set in IDPA to be limiting, or are you able to adapt your game and work with it?
I feel like I'm adapting pretty well, but I also go to a lot of local matches in Grand Junction, Colorado. That's like the closest place for us to go and train IDPA, and I shoot with shooters that know how to shoot it. I've shot it for so many years, so it was pretty easy for me to learn the rule set and adapt. I don't think it's too bad.
No, it's not, and it's fun if you look at it from the creative aspect.
Yeah.
The props and the different things, the different scenario pieces that can be added or are added, especially when you get into those higher level matches, those can be really actually fun.
It was really fun, like shooting underneath a car, in a car, and there's, for like the Rocky Mountain Regional, the match director and stage designer, Walt Prue, like those stages are like even harder to figure out than USPSA stages.
Right.
And it's just a new challenge, and I really like challenging myself for sure. And this new shooting sport, for me at least, there's so much to explore in it.
That's right. So at 20 and 18 years old, could you guys have ever imagined that the shooting sports would take you as far as it has at this point in your early career? I mean, you guys have traveled the world. You're both world champions, national champions, multi-times over. You're exposed to our audience on a regular basis now through the partnership with Colt. Could you have possibly imagined this when we all first met back in Barrie, Illinois, and you were the Green Ranger and you were the Blue Ranger?
Yeah.
No?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's been a whirlwind, and especially like as soon as we signed with Colt, it's just a lot of things just opened up for us, and they've been like the best.
It's definitely a lot. I mean, when we were little, we always wanted. I always liked sports,
right?
But I never thought it would be like a gun sport or whatever. And then when we picked it up, I just thought it was like what everyone else does: just go out on the weekend, have some fun, and then we actually got kind of good. And then it ended up being really, really great. I mean, PCC. That was fantastic. The whole time I've been shooting PCC, it's been fantastic. And I think it's great to show that not just men can compete with men now. Women are now, if you work hard enough and you sacrifice enough, that you can do just as good as men.
There you go.
Hopefully one day I can get good enough where I can take the first spot. But that's not yet.
Won't be long. I see it. I believe in it. I really do.
Yeah, that's my next goal is overall.
Awesome. Well, what have I missed?
I've been exploring more optic divisions, and it's made me realize that I do love my iron sights. I do compete in optics, and it's really well, but I think I'm going to focus on iron sights and climb my way up the ladder even more with that.
There you go. Show the people the new boots. New boots.
New boots.
Kick them up there.
She's flexible enough.
She got some new boots
downtown
new boots. Nashville last night. There they are. Can't really see them. But that's it. Anytime we can sit down and chat, I am 100% open to it. We're looking at NRA convention next, and then we're into the season of competition. So stay tuned to the Shooting USA videocast. Good job, friends. Well, you've made it to the end of another Shooting USA video on YouTube, and for that, we thank you. It does help the channel if you subscribe, like, and comment, and that will help us keep the content coming.